Hi, I'm Lou with another episode of My Car Story, and today we're at the greatest muscle car show on the planet, the Muscle Car and Corvette National in Rosemont, Illinois. Come in November and check us out. Today we're featuring a legendary Chevrolet, and with that I'm with Joe Cheeks. Joe, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Lou.
I've heard about you because tell them what you do.
Well, I buy and sell muscle cars for a living. I've been doing it for 34 years full time, and off and on since 1970 when I graduated high school.
And today's Chevrolet is not just a normal Chevrolet. What did you bring?
I brought a 1971 owner LS6 Chevelle Convertible, one of approximately 18 made. And as far as we all know, it's the only one that was left with the original owner all these years. The car has the original top still on it. Carpeting, interior, chrome. That's been stripped, the paint off of it, and repainted. Show quality finish, obviously. But the car has 2 bill sheets and a Protecto plate, and 2, I guess what you would call biography papers signed by the original owner, and one by Roger Gibson, the gentleman that put it in this condition. One
of the baddest Chevrolets on the planet. Let's take a look at our car. So Joe, step right alongside me. The microphone's right here. Stand right alongside me. Let's take a look at this. So it's 1970, and you're coming to the street light, and you see this in your rearview mirror. The next thing that happens is you will see taillights because you will blow past you. Yeah. Tell them a little bit about the LS6 Chevelle.
Well, Lou, the LS6 Chevelle was at the top of the food chain, I call it, in the muscle car era. It's the most powerful car that was ever made in the muscle car era, and GM just happened to be the lucky car manufacturer to come up with it. It's the most powerful engine that they ever put in a car, 454, 450 horsepower. The car's got a 410 gear in it from the factory. It's a Muncie Rock Crusher 4-speed transmission. It was built for one thing, and that's to go fast and outrun people on the street.
Let's take a look at the side of the car. We'll keep moving back. So the owner calls you up, and how does this all transpire? I'm
going to transpire it real easy. I try to for you, Lou. I bought the twin to this car in late 2003, but it was a 396, 375 horsepower car,
okay,
which they look just alike, other than this one's got 454 emblems on it, and obviously a 454 engine. Well, I traced the original owner to that car down, and we talked about it, and he told me, he said, you know, my best friend and partner in crime back when these cars was new has and still has his 70 LS6 Chevelle Convertible. And so he gave me Chuck's phone number, the gentleman that had this car. And Lou, I tried for 12 years to convince this gentleman into selling me this car, and he wouldn't sell it. He said, it's never going to be for sale, and as long as I can push the clutch in it, I will never sell it. But he was 77 years old at the time, and I thought, well, someday, you know, he may decide he wants to sell that car, and I'm going to keep calling him and stay in touch with him 2 or 3 times a year.
In 12 years.
In 12 years, he finally called me and said, Joe, I'm ready to sell my car. I don't feel good anymore. My health is deteriorating, and I want to put it in a good home, and I like you. And I said, well, Chuck, I appreciate it. I'm going to fly out there. The car was in Los Angeles, California. So I flew out there from Memphis, Tennessee, and I looked at the car, and we made a deal, and I bought his car from him.
Amazing. What a pursuit for this car. I mean, there's a lesson to be learned there in just doing that. Continue to pursue your dream. And I just want to show all the features of this car because there might be some things that we miss. Now, have you driven the car?
Lou, I've just driven the car probably maybe a mile. In the process of getting the car back in the condition it's in now, in and out of the trailer from one shop to another. But as far as driving it on the highway, I never will drive it again, or it won't be driven again by me. And the good thing about me being a dealer, that the car is still in Chuck's name on the title, so the car is still titled as a one-owner car. I'm just a dealer, so obviously I don't have to title the car. And as you can see by the picture there, this car was sold at the legendary muscle car dealer of the time, and they're still in business now, Berger Chevrolet. So that's just another big attribute to having a muscle car. It came from a muscle car superstore.
Let's open the trunk, shall we? Convertible top. Boy, what a car. I was intrigued because share with me what I'm featuring
All
right
right.
there.
What you're looking at there, Lou, is a set of paper floor mats that the dealers put in the cars when they were brand new. And I got lucky and we found those that set right there. They're NOS. They've never been installed in a car. That's the original jacking instructions. The bottom of the deck lid is the original paint. We didn't paint it. And you can see that he penciled in on those jacking instructions June 4, 1970, and that's what's on the Protecto plate. That's the day he bought this car.
You told me an interesting thing about the spare.
The spare tire has never been on the ground, and he used to take the wheel and tire out and put it on a piece of carpet and wax it with car wax.
He would
Still got all the crayon marks on the tread.
He would wax the rim.
The rim.
Oh my.
That's the original trunk mat also in the car. You can see it's got a little age on it, but it is the original piece. Along with all the bolts.
Unbelievable. All right.
It is.
Let's go to the interior, shall we?
Original interior, 100%, door panels, carpet, all the mechanisms, controls. We did not paint in the door jambs. That's the original stickers and screws in the door. Original glass, original obviously dash, steering wheel. The convertible top is original. It's only been down 6 or 7 times in its life. And he told me probably the last time the top was put down on the car was in around 75.
Now, Joe, as I understand it, there's only with the 4-speed 454 cars, the rumor, legend, whichever way you want to look at it, has it at 18 cars.
Okay.
And this is one of them.
Okay, Lou, that's true, but the 18 in the number you're talking about is all of the cars. In other words, some of them were automatic transmission, some of them did not have stripes or cowl induction, which there's several of those, and very few were a bench seat like this car. Most people ordered bucket seats and a console, but this gentleman, when this car was new, was 42 years old, and he wanted a bench seat and a 4-speed, and obviously cowl induction and stripes.
It's got a great stance when you sit here.
Oh, it's
and you just look out that hood.
That's original windshield. All the side glass is original. The convertible top rear glass is original. All the stainless on the car and chrome is all original. Obviously, top bows, sun visors, top boot, everything's original.
Let's take a look under the hood, shall we, Joe?
Sure.
That's a big motor.
Yeah, it's the most powerful engine Chevrolet ever put in a muscle car.
That's a big motor. How many miles are, and I probably showed it, but how many miles are on this car?
Got 27,000 actual miles. That's the original radiator cap. The car has original battery cables on it, original inner fenders, original hood insulation, washer bottle, squirter. That's original master cylinder and booster. Wiper motor is original. The hoses, radiator itself is original. I'd say 98% of the bolts in this car came in this car. It don't have any restoration bolts in it. Original data tag.
Just a second.
I've got a good picture of it over here on this other board if you want to really get a good view of it.
A high definition camera will take care of us.
Good deal.
But Joe, I appreciate that. Tell me about that right there. That's unique to this car.
That the Berger people were just like the other supercar dealers of the day. The Yenko, the Ball in Motion, the Nicky, and the Dana Chevrolet. Well, Berger did pretty much the same thing. modify these cars for their customers to go fast. Of course, this car is a factory-built car. It's not something the dealer added anything to, other than they put their sticker on the valve cover to identify it as one of their cars.
The smog pump.
Smog pump is on it. That's the original air cleaner base. It's never been painted. We had to respray the lid because he had some extra stickers on it, and we peeled them off. It, of course, took the paint off, but the bottom of the air cleaner is original paint. Like I said, the hood insulation is original. Bottom of the hood's original.
Let's fire it up, shall we, Joe? Let's fire it up.
All right. Well,
We'll let it idle for a moment. We'll let it idle. We'll give it one good rev, and we'll shut it down. Take your time. I know you're putting that battery together. That's pretty. It's smooth, Joe. Let me just listen to it idle for a second. Shut that down, Joe. Wow, that's music.
can you hear the little buzzer still buzzing? Most people threw those away.
Yes, I can. Yeah, it is. Joe, stand right next to your amazing car. First of all, what a treat to meet you.
Thank you.
And what a wonderful car you have here. And where is this car going? And share with us the future.
The future of this car is in January. That Friday of the Mecum Muscle Car Auction in Kissimmee, Florida. It's going to be one of the Highline main attraction cars. It'll be the first time this car has ever been for sale to the public in its life.
Amazing. Joe, what a treat. I'm so glad to meet you. Thanks for being on My Car Story.
Thank you.